Why do you sound different?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty funny. You can turn your camera on. I swear, it'll work. No one's going to judge you.
Come on. I'm not saying you're gonna judge me.
You're just shy.
No.
You can ride around in your convertible with the top down, but you can't have your camera on during scripts and roleplay. Come on.
Fine. Keep it secret. No, joking.
Morning.
Good morning, Miss Benson. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than a sheet in a foot race. I'm over here at the KLP office.
Oh yeah, I have to go over there in a little while.
I might be.
Where is that at?
It is on Tanque
Oh,
Verde
in
and Paul.
between Speedway and Grant.
I wish there would be an office in Sahuarita.
I shall ask them to do that. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so I don't want to go all the way to River.
Why are you at KLP today, Dan? Do you float around all the time?
I do. I'm gonna try to be here every Thursday to start off the day, to be here in the morning. So agents that want to be at KLP can come sit and have some one-on-one with me. We'll be able to do so. But I do that regularly. So every Thursday, I have not committed to a full time slot. I'm usually out of here around noon, so I can get to the other office or get to my next meetings. But I'm gonna try to be here a little later than that today.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to come over because I might need some help on a Binzer.
Okay, gladly help you.
It's due tomorrow, so I got to figure out wording and stuff.
I'm good at that.
Okay, cool.
So it's almost 8 o'clock. Good morning, Mr. Isaac. How are you today? What's going on in your world up north?
Good morning, Dan. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh man, I'm doing fine. Fine. I woke up this morning with my phone dead because I didn't plug it in last night. Huh. That's fun. Still dying because I still don't have it plugged in.
You should plug it in.
Yeah, had I not said anything about it, I would have never plugged it in. It would have died. But come to find out, I don't think I have my charging cord for it, so
Uh-oh.
that's okay. Great thing about Apple products is that they die quickly. So I got some headphones, some bubble gum.
I'm sure somebody...
Good morning, Miss Rodman. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning.
Hello, Melissa. I'm glad Melissa just put her picture on there at least. I mean, that's a big plus. Guess what I found, guys? My mobile office. How's the week been? Any wins, any losses, any things that we can talk about? And I shouldn't say the word losses, I should say opportunities. Opportunities to develop your skill set, which you're doing every morning by just being here with us, collectively having a conversation within the presence of greatness. And you guys are all greatness. It's not me. Don't ever tell me that. It's you. It's all you. So tell me, what's going on with your worlds?
I don't like COVID anymore. I'm done with it.
I have requested through my Google email to the president of the world that I was like, could you please cancel the COVID?
Please cancel the
And he said
COVID.
that you'd get back to me. So we'll see.
I have a closing. Well, the goal is Friday.
Okay.
And Stuart Title right now, and you know, none of them are happy either because their office is completely closed.
Like close?
Like closed. Like, I mean, first I thought, you know, oh, they're just not going to let me go, you know, because I'm not really necessary to go. There's only like one little form that I sign when I go for my buyer. But no, nobody can go to their office and sign docs. I was like, and so I talked to Kevin and I was like, what are you guys doing? And he's like, oh, we do the mobile notary. And it's like almost like, it's like $175 for your buyer to have to do the mobile notary. And I was just like, ugh. I said, on top of the fact that we actually switched title companies in the midst of our whole, process, which to me, that kind of held things up a little bit. Then with COVID, the appraisals take longer. It took like 16 days. So here we are. And, buyers tend to, well, some of them are organized. And guess what? I have the most organized buyer ever. And so she asked me a month ago if she could set the utilities up already. Do you know what I mean? We hadn't even finished inspections, but she was ready to get things set. Okay. So of course she has everything ready. She has movers. They've taken time off from work. And I'm just crossing my fingers. And so is Steve from Nova. We're both like, all right, I will just hound him, Kevin at Stewart all day today, just because he has to get the docs out. Oh, plus there's somebody out of state. So we have to get the docs to them. And fortunately they have their own notary, so that shouldn't be a problem. But then they've got to get them back to us at a certain time so that they can get to the loan office again. And then they have to fund, and then we have to hope for the county to record. I mean, we've recorded, funded and recorded all in one day before, but you just don't know. You can't control that part either. You can't call the county and be like, yo, can you put me in the front of the list?
Why can't
you?
Why can't you?
Because I wouldn't even know who to call. If somebody knows who someone to call.
This is why you work with a certain title person a lot and create these relationships.
Well, this isn't my title company. This is the sellers. The seller decided that she only wanted a Spanish-speaking person to deal with. No problem. Guess what? Nadine speaks Spanish at Fidelity, and so does Maria. Maria is extremely fluent. She does everybody's docs. Oh, well, that wasn't good enough because there's somebody at Stewart that she worked with before. And so, of course, my seller, the agent was like, well, this is what she wants. And so we ended up going with it. And I mean, it is what it is. I mean, in the end,
I'd make the sellers pay for the 175 then, because they're the ones that made us choose that title company.
Well, that is true. I did talk to him yesterday, and I said, I don't know if you know this, but it's like $175 to do it because we're with Stewart. We have to do it mobile, and Stewart's trying to work around that. I mean, I it's nothing against them. I mean, Kevin is working as hard as he can. He's like, okay, I know our office is closed, but I'm going to try to get a notary to even meet him across the street at the park. I said, works for me. As long as it doesn't cost $175 for my buyer, then that's good. But this is probably, this one particular seller agent, I don't know. I don't think, if I see his name on the listing, I might think twice about bringing my buyer to them. Because I get it. He's completely he is the seller's agent, but he's,
what's the name?
I don't want to throw him out there.
What's the name?
Eduardo Mahare. I don't know if I said it. And you know what? I think it's just, he's just kind of he knows I'm new. So he has mentioned some things that weren't fact. And of course I didn't take it all, he said it. And then I went to a trusted source and verified, and he was wrong, but it was once again.
You got Pete and Angie that are right there. It's literally, okay, well, cool. Let me ask my team lead.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete.
Yeah.
Hey, Angie. Hey, Mr. Seller, you're wrong.
Yeah. Well, and so there were multiple things that we could have done. We were honestly, me and Steve White from Nova, he used to be with Guild. Yeah. He's my lender I always use. Try to focus on staying with people that I trust and believe in that do a great job for me. Gotcha. And so me and him were just like, well, let's just think of some different options. Let's come up with as many options as we can so that, last resort would be, would the seller let them take possession on Friday, even though it hasn't recorded? We know that that's not what we're supposed to do. We know, but we thought, it's the last resort, and we asked. And of course they said no. And I explained it to my buyer. I said, you've got to understand. I said, it's a huge liability for them to do that. And so, but what's funny is he didn't do that, but I don't even know if I told you guys, yesterday, 2 days ago, Edward just shows up at Stratton. And he just gives me the keys to the house. He goes, here, I'll give you the keys. And I was in the middle of doing like my listing presentation when he came in and he gave me the keys. Well, I gave them back because I thought ethically, I can't take these keys. I'm not supposed to take them until I record.
No, as an agent, you can take
I
them.
can?
Yeah.
Well, I gave them back.
You as the agent can hold the keys. You cannot hand them over. I do that all the time. Like if after the final walkthrough, I will let the buyer's agent, I'll tell them, hey guys, you can take the keys out of the lockbox if you'd like. And some buyer's agents want that because if there's nothing in the house, it's vacant, there's no issues, they feel more comfortable knowing that the house has been secured in the final walkthrough. Nothing can change after the final walkthrough.
That makes sense.
As a listing agent, I don't, I'll tell my clients if it's lived in, I tell the clients, you have until it records to get all your stuff out. Get it done, get it broom swept before that. Like there's a lot of these conversations going around, hey, can we get the next day or the day after or something like that to get the house cleaned up? Absolutely not. Like you were talking about, like moving in early. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Well, why not? I don't see an issue. It's vacant. Absolutely not.
Well, we hadn't done the final walkthrough. So if we would have done the final walkthrough, I guess I can see where me holding on to the keys wouldn't be a big deal. Because guess what? We did the final walkthrough and the one repair that we asked for, it wasn't fixed. I mean,
did you send the form?
It was on the Binzer.
No, did you send the walkthrough form saying that this needs to get done or we'll carry you?
Well, I spoke to him. Actually, I'll send the email now saying, because he fixed it now. But okay. What was the inconvenience is that I now had the keys. So guess who had to go back to the house to let him in so that and I said, just take them. just take the keys. Let's just wait till the end. For me, I would just rather wait until I just like it. I have a checklist and I know at the end of my checklist, it says recorded, get keys. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with just leaving it that way,
I have not seen Angela go on a rant yet. We full-blown got an Angela rant right now. It was 10 minutes of her breakdown of that deal. But you know what? Damn it, it's going to close and it's all going to be worth it.
I know. It's going to be oh my gosh. Today I'm going to go get her gift. And you know what? She's so funny because I don't think she understands, but she's only bought one other house in her life. And it's probably been a few years. And she goes, well, a few things didn't go right on my last deal. And I remember we got like a refund. Come on, you guys. You know what the refund was, right? It was probably just a difference of her closing costs. Do you know what I mean? Usually, like I got a refund on my house because the closing costs may not have been exactly what we thought they were going to be. And we got a little bit of refund. And even like my last buyer, she also got a small refund. So, I mean, I wasn't there during her whole other transaction. I don't have any idea what happened, but now she's kind of like wondering because we're 2 days over her closing date. Is there any way, do you think there's a possibility that she could get some type of compensation? And I talked to Steve, I said, I'm giving her like a really nice gift. How about that? That's what I do for all my buyers. I'm just going to give her a really nice gift.
It's amazing to me where you got clients and other agents that are like, well, we're a day over. What are you going to do for me? Not a damn thing. The whole world's in upheaval.
Yes.
Everything's on fire. Everything is pending and everything is swinging back and forth between cancellation and closing. We don't know. The fact that we bring you to the closing table is a gift enough.
Yeah.
So sit down, Nancy. Let's get this deal done.
Well, and Stewart Title would have had a better experience all around if it wasn't for COVID. They wouldn't be closed.
COVID's there, and we have to set this expectation. We've talked about this before. The scripting aspect of this and the real world application, the real play for this is having the ability to have those conversations to highline the expectations. And you have heard me talk about this, and we've talked in group chat about is you need to set the playing field. You need to set the expectation. Some things are going to go wrong. This is going to be a journey of an off-road adventure. It's not going to be smooth sailing. It's not going to be a freeway that's paved in California. It's not going to be a high-speed internet. It's going to be dial-up. It's going to be clicky. It's going to be clacky. It's going to be tough. But you want to know something, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer and Mr. and Mrs. Seller? I am committed to getting you closed. I'm committed to getting this deal done to you. I just want you to know that during this street fight of a deal, I'm in your corner. You couldn't be luckier. and letting them know from the fact that things are going to come up, things are going to happen. It's going to suck at sometimes, but I want you to know that you're not alone.
Mhm.
They have this understanding that, well, I bought a house 10 years ago and it was super easy. Did you know that the human brain naturally ignores negative elements? So as time progresses, you forget about the bad stuff. Did you know that?
That makes sense to me.
Your brain
I
actually
can-
does that. It tricks you into thinking you've had a better life than you've actually had, which is a great thing, because if you look back on it, you would be depressed otherwise. You'd
Well,
always
most-
look at the doom and doom.
Mostly
You need to
because-
have that conversation with up front, kind of setting that expectation of what's going to happen. Under promise, over deliver.
Mhm.
Tell them what's going to happen. Highlight the expectations. Let them know the potentials. And right now, we've been through COVID for 5 months now, 4 months now, 2 years now, 63 years. It seems like a long time. But the thing is every client we've had during COVID, and we show them that our stripes and we're fighting for them, you're going to have a much better relationship with them in the long term, and it's going to create another VIP for you for referrals. Larry put in our chat, if your conversations with your clients, you will find that they talk about that they like or might need. Make a note, make the closing gift something related to what they talk about. Example, my clients kept talking about how they can't wait to celebrate the closing with a dinner out. I bought them a gift card to a restaurant. What restaurant though?
What restaurant?
What restaurant?
No, they were a younger couple, so I bought them one to one of the. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's a
Like a Hooters?
no, it's a craft bar restaurant, craft beer
Oh,
place
there you
restaurant at Swan and Grant. I can't remember the name of it. There's one out on Tango Verde too.
Yes.
Swan
Yes.
and Grant.
Then there's a
Craft
sister.
Republic?
Huh?
Not Craft Republic.
No, there's only one of those.
Yeah, there's only one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was over on the northwest
And they also have another
Culinary
location.
Dropout.
Yeah, they have an. No, not Culinary Dropout.
That's on Tucson and Grant.
Yeah, it's Tucson Boulevard.
Yeah.
Fox
Um,
Group Concept would always be a good one too because they have Culinary Dropout, and then the places up at La Encantada.
Pinnacle
Yeah.
Peak, that's a good one. I like that, Melissa. I haven't been there in a while.
And then the other one I did, I had the wife was obviously into being pampered, if you will. So I did a big gift basket, mostly with bathroom type items, lotions and shampoos and things like that. I've got my daughter's aunt does Mary Kay, so she'll do these gift baskets for me, and I had her do a basket that was like $175. But that was my $861,000 deal.
Yeah.
So the gift basket thing worked well there. The wife loved it.
Good deal. So another thing I've been talking a lot about is who's come across a buyer or a seller that's demanding a refund of your commission back to them.
Haven't
I had that.
I did have that one. I had one who didn't like that the people offered lower than what they wanted. And then they're like, are the realtors going to pay for the commission? And I'm like, hold on, we're on the same team here. That's easy, Spanky.
Yeah, I've had a couple of clients and a couple of agents that are going back, and their buyers are like, so I've heard you're going to give me 1% back. Oh, you did? From who? And my response to that, you guys can, this is my staunch position on it. You're the licensee. You're the one that's legally liable for the transaction, and you're the one that's facilitating it. Why would you pay them?
I don't
So how much,
negotiate.
think about the implication of it. You can tell them, you know what? If you had your license, I would gladly give you a referral payment.
Yep.
It's your business, and I'm never going to tell you how to run your business, but this is just my philosophy on it and backing it. But I want you guys to have more of a backbone on your deals, and if I can be your backbone, I guarantee you'll stand up straighter and a little bit tougher because of that. And it's never this deal. It's never. Don't look at it the single compensation for this one deal and the amount of effort you put into it. It's the entirety of your career. I don't care if you've been in business for 2 weeks or 30 years. You demand your professional fee because you are the one that has created the skill set. You're the one that does the activities. You're the one that got the licensing, the course, and stuff like that. What did your license cost you? Up front, right around $3,200. Right off the bat, $3,200 investment. Well, my first deal, I made $3,200. Okay, great. Tell me a business out there that's satisfied with their very first transaction, wiping out the debt of creating that business and stopping. Not going to happen. You have to continue to grow your business. You have to continue to invest time in training, in coaching, your continuing education, marketing, networking, scripts and role play classes.
Gasoline to take them to the houses they looked at, all 15 of them.
Yeah, and these are the things that your individual buyer or seller may not identify with. They're like, well, I don't understand why you're getting paid so much. You're getting paid $12,000 to sell this house, and well, you know, the MLS sells this house. You don't understand. It's my abilities to get it there, and it's my investment in the tools and resources to do so. Yes, we're highly compensated individuals. You know why? Because if you screw up, whose life do you ruin? Not just encumber, not just inconvenience, ruin. Exactly. If I screw up, I go to prison. The buyers don't get harmed. The ADRE just writes them a check and says, here you go. And then haul my ass off to jail.
I completely, now that I'm really in real estate compared to when I was back in 2007, I completely get why we should get paid. I mean, first of all, it's such a, you know, it's our own business. And, you know, if you're not good at time management, you could literally work every single day of your life and just because there's no, you know, you don't have to be somewhere from 9 to 5. Like, I know I have to be here at 8 and I know I have to be in my huddle at 9:15, but you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be, you set your schedule, and if you want to get paid, you really do work like a lot. And I don't think buyers or sellers really think of that, except for the fact that, guess what? They have no problem reaching out to you at 8:30, 10 o'clock at night. But with their job, I mean, we can't even get a hold of them because they leave the office at 5 and that's it. You know, they're done for the day. And so I completely think that it's justifiable that we get paid whatever we get paid, no matter what, if it's a $150,000 house or if it's $1 million house. I think we just work extremely above and beyond. You can't be a realtor and not. Otherwise, you're not going to make any money.
The mindset part of this, we're doing a lot more mindset this week than we are in scripts, and we're going to get back on the scripting because I know it helps you guys, but I think the mindset behind it is ideal. And it comes from the mindset of professionalism. The mindset of professionalism is that you are doing a service. I don't know a single lawyer on the planet that doesn't think that they are worth the money they charge.
And I'll take that a step further. The one conversation I got into with a client that went down this path and it started to go there, and I simply, you know, my response when the conversation started was, well, please understand, number one, you know, again, I'm a licensed real estate agent from the state of Arizona and the Arizona Department of Real Estate. Number two, all these forms you see here, these are legal forms. And if one word is written incorrectly on these forms, it could cause a huge problem. That's what I'm responsible for. And therefore, my education, my training is all about protecting you as the client. But if something goes wrong, guess who's on the hook? These are, and as soon as you say legal forms, I have even used the phrase, this is almost at the level of being a lawyer. Because these forms are all rules and regulations governed by the Arizona Department of Real Estate. So we're just not playing with paper here. These are legal documents, and it's my job to make sure they're done correctly and protect you through the process.
And to nail this point home, you as the professional need to know those forms inside and out.
Yep.
So, who was on the broker call yesterday? I know a couple of you had to leave out a couple times with the recording. Those calls you should always be on. I was on a leadership nationally call, and as soon as it ended, actually I got off, and as soon as they started doing the any questions, I logged off, got on the broker call. Because I know how impactful and important they are, and that's only going to make you better at your craft. As you come through your career, how many times have you seen contracts that are missing things.
Oh, endlessly.
And what those are the agents that are making us look bad. Those are the agents that are leaving holes and they're leaving gaps in our profession that allow consumers to go, I want a 1% discount. Give me that money back. You owe me $3,000. Mr. and Mrs. Buyers, I don't owe you anything but the fiduciary responsibility of commitment to your deal, confidence in what we're doing, and the understanding that I'm going to do everything in my power to get your goal accomplished. What I get
And
compensated for has nothing to do with you.
it is possible to get the record for that the yesterday training.
Yeah, we're going to upload it soon. I know that our IT department's working on it. It takes a while to download because they got to get posted, downloaded, re-downloaded, and posted again. It's cumbersome.
Are they only keeping videos up for so long? Because I went back to try.
The one
What?
KWSA website, yes, 7 days.
But even on YouTube,
Yeah, me too.
yeah. But I was trying to go back to one of the tech ones, and it's not on YouTube anywhere.
Yeah,
Like there's only like 3 of them on YouTube. Tech ones, and they're all older ones, I think.
I found one like 2 weeks ago was the most current. When you told me to go look at one,
Yeah.
and you told me to go check it out, and I couldn't find it.
Gotcha. Keller Williams, Southern Arizona.
Quick question.
Low answer.
I met a guy, he's an investor, and he told me he's working on a house, he want to put on markets, and I just received a call today from him. He say, can you run the comps for me? So I never visit the house, I want just pass by, didn't get inside. Is it possible that you can run the comps, but what do? Do you ask him how much money do you put in a house? Just make sure that you list the house at the right price. It's gonna be my first listing and experience with an investor.
Just send them the information. A lot of investors are going to honestly waste time just getting valuations on the house. They want to know what the house is going to be worth before they buy it, and know if there's going to be enough margin in it and stuff like that. So just send them the information and stay on top of it, but put them in your database and just keep following up with them. That's the best thing to do. Don't expect a quick sale.
I think he's asking how does he value it when he hasn't seen what the inside looks like yet?
Yeah.
So what you do is you comp it on the neighborhood. Like you don't know the improvements, and that's actually how the appraiser is going to go. So if they over improve the house, it doesn't matter because it's still going to be based on the neighborhood scale. Look at the houses that have sold, and just in the email you can say on the CMA, based on the condition in the neighborhood, if this house is the similar style to the ones that have closed, you can expect this much in return.
You can simply ask them the question, what are your interior plans? Are you doing all new walls, all new floors, all new kitchen cabinets? How far are you doing or how far you're going with this renovation? Can you list for me what your plans are so that I have an idea of what I can picture in my head where you're going with the house, and thus be more appropriate with the potential value of what's inside the home, since I haven't seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you asked to see the inside of the home?
Yes, he told me just run the comps and you can soon you can see it, because he's almost done with the remodeling. You want to put it on the market as soon as possible.
Okay, then just market it as it, like, do the CMA as if it was fully remodeled.
And or go by and take a look so that you can verify what he's doing. As part of, if you're going to be representing the property, you should take the interest in the property like it's your own. So, hey, this is my potential first listing. I got to go see this. And then he's going to appreciate that you showed up to firsthand take a look at the place, all of those things. So go be very proactive so that you can win his confidence in listing the house and putting it up for sale.
I went there. It has some walls and I could not get to the house. The outside looks really nice, but the inside I could not look in because I couldn't get the access.
Yeah, to be as proactive, ask him what he's planning to do, or have him show you a picture of another house he may have renovated. And so he says it's going to be really similar to this. you know, that it's not going to be to the dollar, but you're going to be able to estimate, especially like Dan said, off of what the valuations in the neighborhood are. And if he really does the interior jazzy and real nice, then maybe there's a few extra dollars there. But you're again up against what the market says the value of those homes are going to be. Right. So the investor always wants to put $20,000 worth more on the value of the house than what it really is. But you have to be realistic and base it on those comps.
Yeah, good point. Investors are like discount shoppers. They always want more for what they got. It's okay though, and that's great. Investors, you need to have a couple of investors in your pocket because those are going to help you out. We'll talk about more and more of that. I really want to focus in on the scripts for tomorrow. Who's making care calls? Who's going back through your DTD2 and actually making some phone calls? I'm going to start asking some very pointed questions in the morning, and the questions are going to have easy answers. First question. How many people did you talk to yesterday? Can you guys answer that question right now?
Too many.
10.
More than 15 for sure. Not just on the phone, but outside, just outside in the world.
How many real estate conversations did you have?
6.
6. Okay.
And 2 leads.
2 leads. There we go. I like it. How many appointments did you set?
I didn't set one. I did circle prospecting yesterday. Talked to a really nice nurture.
So these are the questions you need to ask yourself every day, and train your kids. If you got kids, if you got speaking dogs, train them to ask you these questions too. Did you go on an appointment today? Did you set an appointment today? If you can answer yes to both of those, was it a successful day? Right? I want to see everybody that's in this company, in my periphery, in my reach, having massive success. And it all starts with a daily expectation of success. Every day, I'm going to do what I need to do to get an appointment and to set an appointment. The way I used to teach this is, and follow my track on this, you want to set an appointment for today, one for tomorrow, and one for a weekend, right? Setting 3 appointments a day. It's a massive goal, but think about what happens. If you set one today, let's go into Monday. So we're at Monday. We're setting 1 appointment today. So we have 1 for Monday. We're going to set 1 for tomorrow. So we have 1 for Tuesday, and we have 1 for the weekend. The weekend could be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or just Saturday, Sunday, however you want to define your weekends. Now we come to Tuesday. We're looking to set an appointment for today. We already have an appointment for today. We're going to set 1 for tomorrow, and we're going to set 1 for the weekend. Now we go to Wednesday. We have an appointment today because we set it yesterday. We ran 2 appointments yesterday because we set 2 appointments yesterday. We're setting 1 for tomorrow. We're setting 1 for the weekend. Can you see how this stacks up in your favor? Come Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you have built some momentum. You may not have had an appointment Monday or Tuesday, and that's okay because you're just starting out. You're just starting to get this momentum going. You're just starting to get in the habit of making that a priority. But come Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, now you've stacked some appointments. You have 3, 4, 5 appointments that are hopefully going to be beneficial to you, and you stack them in your calendar. So go set up some appointment slots in your calendar every day. Every day in your calendar, you see an open slot that says, appointment, and go fill it. That way you can look at it every day. I still need to set my appointment for today. I don't have this spot filled. And then I need to set one for the weekend, and then have 3, 4, 5 slots open up for the weekends and start filling those. And I guarantee your business will go from just entrepreneurial, doing the things you're just doing now and getting the business you're just getting, to more purposeful action where you're going to build a massive line of success. And it's going to come in short order. You will not have instant gratification. It's not going to be like, oh, I got an appointment, my first phone call, I'm going to sell a house. Hey, it's going to be like Renee said, too many people. But if I told you how many no's it took to get to a yes, would you make that many phone calls? Right? We don't know the secret answer. We don't. All we know is the analytics tell us it's about 120 contacts to a close. If I knew that I was going to make 1 closing out of 120 contacts, I would call 120 people a day, wouldn't I? My numbers are a little bit better than that. I talk to less people and close more deals. I have a little bit more qualified leads because I've qualified them throughout the time. I want you guys to start doing the same thing. 5, 6, 10. Is that enough people to talk to in a day to get to your goal? A lot of silence on the phone. Everyone's face just dropped a little bit. So remember that. Are we doing the things that we need to do daily to reach our big financial whys and to reach our big life whys and to reach our lifestyle goals? Like I know a few of you on this call with what your goals are, and 6 people are not going to be enough. So keep rolling on it, guys. It is Thursday. It's a wonderful day. I will be at KLP a big portion of the day, so if you want to stop by and help, let me know.
Can you see if I have a mailbox yet and if I have a check in there?
Certainly.
Oh, tip. Everybody should look in the folders like before and after you too, because when I went in there the other day and I just checked my box, I had somebody else's check in my box. So always check the other boxes around you. And they were right behind me. So I just stuck it in their box. But
I will talk to the people that are doing that. KLP office is between Speedway and Grant on Kolb.
Oh,
On the
okay.
west side of the road, just past, it's the next entrance past QT.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Just keep going down Grant.
I know where, I just didn't know which one it was because I know there's one on River and then I knew there was one on Cole, but I didn't know which one every time you said that I was like,
Maybe it's Jostler Village.
cool.
Yeah. And then
And Cold La Playa.
Kolb La Playa. So KLP is Kolb La Playa. So
gotta go. Bye.
awesome, guys.
Bye,
Thank you.
people.
Have a wonderful day.
See ya.
Go set an appointment.
Okay.